What's up, everybody? It's Vincent from Cryptolution, where we give you investing and breaking news with everything under the moon in the crypto universe. All right, let's check out the market today. So right now we are at still 1.43, a little bit lower than yesterday. We're down 3.91%. And the total market cap looks like Bitcoin fell a little bit to 34,000. Ethereum seemed to be holding its ground quite a bit around the 2200 range. Cardano 137, so that's a good price, down 0.98%. We got Polkadot $15.82, down 4.53%. Let's see here, what other goldens? Chainlink still holding around $19. Not much change there. Polygon still around the $13, $13.10 range. I was hoping that this was going to increase over time, but it looks like it is down 6.29% within the 24-hour range. Theta is also a really good pickup, I think. Still pretty low, $6.75. But yeah, market's looking pretty good. VeChain, 8 cents. So let's see what's going on in the news today. All right, a couple of my friends, shout out to Seth and Vanessa, for kind of sharing with me all these Instagrams and tweets of Tom Brady announcing that he's going to be investing in the FTX Trading Limited along with his wife Giselle. Now, FTX, if you don't know, is one of the second exchanges for cryptocurrency, and it's definitely one of the most popular ones, but definitely the second most popular one, first being Binance. And this is, I have to say, this is not a bad or a good thing. I think that it's always good to spread a little bit more awareness around, cryptocurrency with the normal folk and just kind of get them, warmed up to the whole idea of cryptocurrency in general. And, having Tom Brady, do his whole laser eyes is cool. I guess he understands, the whole culture around this. And as you can see, he obviously bought up on top. He's kind of joking here, but cryptocurrency is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a celebrity or a normal retail investor, it's for everybody. But also, the crypto market doesn't follow the volatility of just normal people. This market is unpredictable, but it just seemed like people are warming up to this culture. So that's pretty cool news. And the next up, I think, is really cool. Independent magazine on Yahoo Finance kind of shared this. Ethereum makes crypto history by surpassing Bitcoin in key milestone. Now, I think this is huge because I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I do think it's undervalued even right now. And I think that we really need to see that, one day maybe there is a possibility Ethereum may flip Bitcoin for the first time ever, maybe this year, maybe next year. Maybe not, but if you're not invested in Ethereum right now, I think you're losing out. Bitcoin's a very large price, but Ethereum can definitely reach at those levels, at least around the $10,000, $8,000 range in the near, short term or immediate term. But it says here, for the first time in history of the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin has been overtaken in a key transaction and trading metric. A strong price rally on Tuesday saw Ether surpassed Bitcoin for the number of daily active addresses, according to data gathered by crypto analyst firm Sentiment. On a day that saw history be made with Ethereum surpassing Bitcoin in daily active addresses for the first times, altcoins came to play. I think this is fantastic. And also, he commented, during May's crypto bull run, average fees rose nearly $70, but have all dropped following the market correction. As the network moves towards the 2.0 upgrade with Ethereum, it is possible fees will fall further. Despite talking years before it is fully implemented, however, the upgrade will eventually see faster and cheaper mining alongside improving Ethereum green credentials. And this is one of the things that I think people want to see is that, these gas fees are just so huge that if you wanted to buy or sell anything within the Ethereum ecosystem, you would have to pay these large gas fees. It could, if you just had $100, it can cost up to $50, even $60 just to send that amount of money. And so that was one of the things why people think that Cardano and Polkadot and all these other DeFi ecosystems like Solana could, be the killer of Ethereum. And but it's give or take. Ethereum is the king of that space right now at the moment, and right now they're kind of on track with getting the EIP 1559 from the testnet onto the mainnet hopefully by the end of this month. That's just what I hear. And it's already the end of the month today, so I haven't heard any news from that, and hopefully something in the beginning of July, which was originally expected, something could come of this. So stay bullish. And on top of that, I think recently there was something on online where on YouTube one of the co-founders kind of responded to one of the Fast Money reporters about Elon Musk and the concerns about green energy. And I think that the co-founder had a really interesting perspective on this. And, I'll let him go ahead and explain it to you guys, and, let me know your thoughts.
When Elon Musk announced that part of his balance sheet would be in Bitcoin, that was a good thing for Bitcoin. Then he highlighted the energy-hungry nature of proof of work versus proof of stake, and he was right, and that really hurt the Bitcoin trade, at least. And so I'm wondering what your overall take is on an influencer like Elon Musk sort of whipsawing the market like that.
So first, with respect to the energy issue, I think Bitcoin does have a bit of an energy issue, not as big as major financial institutions and the whole financial infrastructure. Ethereum has a little bit of an energy issue right now, but most of the transactions are moving to layer 2. They get the full trust guarantees from layer 1. And so our energy issue is diminishing right now and will go to 0 pretty much in December, when Ethereum 2, the proof of stake network, merges with Ethereum 1, the proof of work network, and proof of stake replaces proof of work. And so Ethereum's energy issue just goes away. As to Elon's various vocalizations or Twitterizations, he's talking his book in many cases. It's nice that he's interested in our ecosystem, and I invite him to look at the most dominant technology.
And that right there, I think, is really cool because he's providing insight. Obviously everybody has their bias around Elon and how he's affected the market, but he's being informed of these details by either cryptos enthusiasts or whales. Basically, people are explaining to him like, hey, Ethereum could be the answer to an alternative to reducing the amount of energy within this whole mining situation and around the ecosystem of cryptocurrency. Yes, Bitcoin is going through that, proof of work stage, which does take up a lot of mining energy. But Ethereum is trying, since before Elon's tweet, Ethereum has always had a goal of going from proof of work to proof of stake. So they are already working on this to limit the amount of energy that was being consumed to mine these things. So I think that's really bullish news. I'm very bullish on Ethereum, and I am dollar cost averaging, and I'm just happy to at least being able to afford Ethereum at this price, which is again undervalued around the 2200 range. Just a month or two ago it was at $4,000. Imagine what's going to go from there. So anyways, next up, something that I just saw recently, which is deal could see 650 banks offer Bitcoin to 24 million customers. Now, what is this all about? Well, the deal between enterprise payments giant NCR and digital asset management firm NYDIG could see 650 U.S. banks offer Bitcoin purchases to an estimated 24 million customers. For example, community banks like North Carolina-based First Citizens Bank will be able to offer their clients cryptocurrency trading. Additionally, consumers of credit unions such as Bay Federal Credit Union in California can also use mobile applications built by the payments provider. Cool, I like that. Atlanta-based NCR decided to capitalize on the demand it had been seeing from banks and credit unions. It was also tired of seeing crypto purchases made from their accounts to outside exchanges. Yeah, that would piss me off too. However, by now giving their clients a way to buy cryptocurrency, NCR is in direct competition with those cryptocurrency exchanges. To help facilitate things, NCR will opt to dig NYDIG, take care of custody services. This way, they are responsible for dealing with the regulatory requirements related to actual holdings of cryptocurrency. Why I think this is such an important thing to understand is I think smaller banks or even big banks are starting to realize, like, okay, the money is starting to outflow from their banks into these decentralized exchanges. And they already are seeing the competition head on, like, just so quick that they can't even catch up, because it's so easy for somebody to buy crypto on an app, on their phone, on their computer, rather than having to go to a bank. And, obviously the pandemic had accelerated this process, this culture, much faster than anticipated pre-COVID. But, now they are trying to offer their customers this access, because there are plenty of baby boomers, there are plenty of people who are not tech savvy, who don't know how to buy crypto. So obviously this is major bullish news for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency space. And so I thought that was really interesting. And on top of that, a senator recently was talking about why it is so important to have Bitcoin. And I'll go ahead and let her explain this from here.
I encourage people to buy and hold. I encourage them to say Bitcoin for their retirement, for their future. And that's because as the Congress spends trillions and trillions of dollars and is flooding our economy and the world economy with US dollars, there's no way that we cannot debase the value of the US dollars.
And Lummins practices what she preaches. She's an investor in Bitcoin as well.
Now, that's just more bullish news. Now our senators are out there openly saying to people, I own Bitcoin, and this is why you should too. And she's always been really bullish on Bitcoin. She's been trying to develop an incentive for businesses in the blockchain and crypto world to come to her state, to move there, to work there, to base their operations there. And now she's just trying to at least get people to not be fearful, at least around her age range, or just people who are skeptical about this space, to dive deeper in. Now, as much as we talk about getting people involved, it's best to understand the exchanges themselves, because if you're an individual who doesn't want to go through a bank, who is very tech savvy, well, guess what? You're going to want to go on a certain app and download it, and then you feel like you can just buy cryptocurrency. And we're just talking earlier about how Tom Brady and Giselle were invested into FTX, and FTX is the second, compared to Binance being the first most used cryptocurrency exchanges. There's also another one in the United States that is being used, and that is Coinbase. Unfortunately, recently on Reddit, if you go under Reddit, Coinbase, you'll see some of these issues, which is the complaints by the customers. And in this article kind of explains just a little bit about that. Coinbase complaints jumps as Bitcoin and crypto interest soars, study finds. As Bitcoin and other digital currencies, digital coins rise in popularity, so have the number of gripes with the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the US. Coinbase was the most complained about crypto digital wallet in the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's complaint database. Ugh. Coinbase should be investigating consumer complaints in a timely manner, and it should be hiring staff to answer the phone. That is very true. And, just on my own 2 cents around this, Coinbase recently made a sweepstakes announcement, which if you deposit $100 into Dogecoin, that you'd be submitted into a raffle of one person would win like 300,000. I don't know. I forget on the top of my head, but it was a large amount. It was $1.2 million being given out to anybody who were to submit or make a transaction of $100 in Doge using their platform. The problem is, the day that they said that they were going to be announced, at least in the wording, for the sweepstakes was, hey, you know what? It's going to be either on or around June 17th. And after June 17th passed, about a week later, I go into Coinbase's Reddit forum, and all of a sudden, nobody has announced that they've won anything. And so many people had complained about, where are you guys going to announce the winners? And on top of that, I found other posts where people said that their phones were hacked, and that somebody had hacked into their Coinbase account and decided to buy Bitcoin using their bank account that was already linked to their account, and send that Bitcoin over to a mysterious wallet. And you know what happens is when you have money being sent somewhere from your wallet, you know, you can't get that back. It's gone. And especially if you make a mistake in the wallet address, just by like a letter or a symbol, it could be lost forever too. And this is one of the things about cryptocurrency that's kind of like, again, you have to be very tech savvy in this space. So if you're going to be using Coinbase, just be really careful. Make sure to use a authenticator app. Basically, you can use one on Google Authenticator. They have that on the App Store, and basically, it's just extra proofing around your Coinbase app. But on top of that, you know, people can still hack into that. People can SIM swap, which is basically when somebody ports your number from your phone onto a different phone in a foreign country, and they could simply call in your into your bank and say, hey, you know, I have an emergency. I need to access my wallet. Can you please send me a text message? And that bank, you know, convincingly will send them a text message with the private code to log into your bank or even your Coinbase. And that's how they get into your account. And then they either can send money out of your bank account or onto your Coinbase. So this is one thing that I want to share with you guys, is one tip that I can give you, because, you know, hackers are smart. They can get into your stuff. You know, they're just really tech savvy. But one thing I can share with you, even with SIM swapping or hacking, be sure to call your cell phone provider, because they're the people that are going to be the source of all your problems. So you call your cell phone provider and you say, hey, I want my cell phone provider to require an in-person meeting with me, providing my ID, before I were to SIM swap or change phones or to switch plans or anything. But basically, you're telling them, I need to be physically there at a retail store of that company. If it's T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, or whatever your phone company is, tell them that, because that means they will not be able to do anything without your physical presence being there. And I'm surprised this isn't a thing already, but you know, everything is moving on to your phone now. You can be anywhere across the world and still buy, sell, do whatever. You can do your own personal banking or accounting on your phone. So just be careful and use that simple tip. It's an extra layer of protection, and I wouldn't want anybody to have their crypto stolen. So that's it for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this wonderful brief update today. But yeah, again, if you have any comments, if it's something that I haven't addressed, please leave a comment down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time.